get started. All right, so it's report bundler. So this is going to save you some time. Most of the time when you hear things about bundling things together, it's all about insurance, maybe bundling your house and car insurance. But here we're talking about report bundling. So it's going to enable you to get several reports and then with one click of the button, run all those reports and then be able to either, store them or send them out, whatever you want to do. Okay. So to get there, you have to remember, you have to be on the new UI at the top right hand corner of your software. There's a little button, a little slider to turn on the new UI. And all the new stuff, by the way, will be under the new UI. So just let you know that. So report bundler under reporting, right under report schedule, you're going to see report bundle now. Okay. So you're going to click on that. Once you click on that, then you're going to get ability to add a reports that's going to be bundled up. So first of all, you're going to add and then name the report, and then you're going to add all the reports that you want to bundle together. Now, this is just showing something that's already been created. This is the compliance report, and I got 3 reports there. This is my leak report, and I have 4 reports there here. And to run those reports, those bundle reports, I just click on the little button here to run the bundle. And it actually, of course, this is the delete button over to the right, left here, delete if you want to delete it or edit it here. But it runs just like pretty much like quarantine when you process quarantine and also end of period processing. It runs the stored procedures here to create those reports, and then you'll be able to download it here. And it comes out as a zip file. If you have multiple reports, it's going to come out as a zip file. You'll be able to send a zip file to someone, a recipient, or store it somewhere, or you can just open it up. This is what it looks like opened up. This is my leak report. I have 4 reports, and you can give it individual names. You don't have to name in the same name as the reports. You can, but you don't have to. Okay, so this is the extracted report after I bundle those reports up, and I actually show you what those are when I get into SkyBridge. Okay, so let's get into SkyBridge, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So in SkyBridge, again, you're going to come over here. This is the new UI here that I told you about. Here, slide that over, and then you'll have this view that you're looking at here now. And you have the report and report bundler available to you to use. Okay. So I just saw you just saw where I had that leak report, and I had 4 reports in there. And if I hit edit here, it's going to show me the reports that I have. Even though I named them leak 1, 2, 3, and 4, these are the reports that you're used to seeing here. Previous 2 months into the current month here, right here. Okay. So let's go ahead and create one, show you how to do that. So I go back, reporting, report bundler, or bundle, and here's the add button here. And just say I'll do I already have this, but I'll just create another one. Report compliance report 1, and there's about 4 or 5 reports. And here I got 3. So, and then I want to go to edit here to add my bundle. So, bundle of reports. And once I open that up, I mean, you can always come up here and edit this name too, if you need to, and just hit save. But I'll go here and hit add here, give it a name, and this one has to do with monitoring. In fact, I'm going to create a bundle of VVA reports. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is the monitoring report. Okay. And the report that I want is going to be compliance monitoring summary, monitoring report. Oh, no, that's not it. There it is. Okay, save that. And then once you save it, you're going to get the parameters. and it's monitoring, and then you want to make sure its required field is the name, the date range, and I'm going to do the same thing I did before. And you can see all the different options you have here. Do end of the month. Then the regulation, it's going to be VVA, EPA VVA, and compliance group. I'm going to leave that blank because I want everything. Go ahead and save that. My next one is going to be component compliance, same VV report, but this one's just going to count the components that I have in my database. So I'll go here and do add again. And I'll do, and you can, of course, name it anything that you want to name it. And what I want here is compliance component summary. Save that. And really, you don't have a lot, but I'm just going to do the same thing I did with the other one here. EPA VVA. And then compliance group, I'll leave that blank. And the plant, got one plant here. And then save that. And then with this, I want to add a leak report too. So I got my compliance monitoring summary showing me what I monitored. You'll see that here in a second. It's just a summary of what I monitored, how many leaks I had. And I'm just to top it off, to include in here, to close out my quarterly monitoring, I'm going to add a leak report, leaker detail report, basically. So add again. I'll just name it leak and report. See a leaker detail. Save that. And get my parameters here. Same date range. Unit blank, class blank, EPA VV is the rule. And these are my EPA VVA rule, and the action level is going to be compliance leaker, and save that. Okay. So at this point, I have 3 reports in one bundle called compliance report here. I can run the bundle from here. I can also hit save, and then I can come back and run it from the beginning. So if I come back to report bundler or bundle, there's the bundle right here. Got 3 reports, and then I'm gonna go ahead and run it here. So I hit run. And now from this space, I can hit download. From the report bundle page, I can do it here, download as well, but here I'll go ahead and hit download. And see how it saves it as a zip file. So I'll go ahead and save that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and show you what it looks like. So this is the component summary. And I'll show you that. That's the component summary here. And I'm gonna click on the next one is the leaker detail report. That's the leaker detail report here. Okay. And then the monitoring summary, compliance monitoring summary here. And that's it here. Compliance monitor, how many was monitored, how many leaked, and the months that you monitored it in, right? Okay. So that's the, and then of course you can save this, or you can, like I mentioned before, you can send the email out, or you can send a zip file, send these reports in. Now I do have some other reports too here, just to show you in this software here, bundle. I have the emissions inventory. So I have 4 reports there. So if I download, I've already run that, but just let me run it again for you. And you can see the reports that I've gotten in there, like the unit summary, the chemical summary. You can see all that in there. Download. And it gives the name that you named the bundle. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And again, I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And those are the reports here. Bad actors, which is your top 50%, chemical summary, DOR, and the unit summary. Okay. So again, You can bundle all your emissions inventory reports together. Okay. All right. Let me just catch these questions right quick. Let's see here. What we got here? Does this report bundle only work with our reports on SkyBridge report list, or can we do uh, filters? Just the reports that are there, the canned reports that are there, including the custom reports that you may have. That's a good question. Thank you, Susan. But just the canned reports that we have here now. Next one is, can you set it to run for 1 day, like the compliance component summary you just ran, if we only want it for the last day of the period? I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can. Yeah, that's a good question too, Vance. And Ashley asked, can report bundler be set up to automatically send every day, or does each report need to be manually launched? That's a good question, Ashley. It's in the on the schedule to be looked at, and that will be a good option to have. And thank you. And me and you think alike. So that'd be nice to have the bundle reports, plus you'd be able to schedule those reports to go out. So yeah, you and I think alike. All right. So that's the report bundler. Like I mentioned before, if you want to go and you want to edit any of these, you can. If I go back here to edit this report, I want to add more reports to it, I can do that. I can edit any of these, like you mentioned, 1 day. Let me see if they're, yeah. So also, let me just edit it, show you what it looks like when you edit. So that's the parameter here. And let me see what you got on here. Previous semi-annual, quarterly. I don't see 1 day. Let's see. Current month. I think we could only do like a month. Previous month, current month. Okay. And it may be depending on the report that I pull too. So that may be an issue, an option. Okay. If you want to just completely delete it out, there's an option too to do that. So, but again, if you want to rename it, you can rename it anytime. Like you want to put 2Q, 3Q 2025 for the third quarter that's coming up next quarter, and then you'll be good to go there. Now, if you want to delete one, just delete one out. Now, these are the reports that are in the bundle called compliance report. So you can delete one, add one, whatever you need to do. You know, whoever you send this to may say, that leaker detail report, I don't need that. You can remove that. Not a maximum number of reports that you can add. No, that's a good question. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, you can add many reports to the bundle as you need. Okay. All right. I think it's a good feature here too. Go back one. So again, this is the one that I'm gonna go ahead and you can come back and remember we ran the bundle, but it's always, if you always want to come back and run it again, you don't have to run it, just download the results. They're gonna always be here until you run it again, right? So you said you got out, you downloaded this, maybe you lost a file, you can just come back and download it again from here. But also on the log file, when you're running it here, you get an option to as soon as it's finished, you can download it here too. Okay. All right. I told you I wasn't gonna keep you long today, and hopefully you had a good lunch today. But that's, remember, the new UI, right? And while I got you here too, that's a question mark right here. You know, that will create a ticket. So those of you who don't use that, if you don't mind, start using that. You can still call, send an email direct, but it's always a good practice to create a ticket. That way you have backup. Okay. All right. So any other questions we got? We had some good questions, good feedback. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. All right. Let's see what we got here. I think me just go through this one more time to make sure I got everybody question and answer. Okay, great, great, perfect. All right, thank you guys, and stay safe out there. Appreciate it. Um, one more here. Have most of all of the bugs been addressed with the inside? Uh, well, oh, Wesley. Yeah, pretty much. He Wesley asked was a lot of the stuff, the bugs and things like that. Yeah, they've been addressed and taken care of. So you, I advise you to use the new UI. Highly advise you to use the new UI. Yeah. Thank you, Wesley. All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. You guys have a good day and stay safe out there. See you next month. Okay. Bye bye.